Season 2 of Severance has wrapped, and what a great season it was. There were some amazing characters this season, and I am here to give an overview of each character from Season 2 of Severance, minus Mark's 3 colleagues from Episode 1, seeing that their roles weren't so significant. Now, this is not going to be any particular order, however, I will save and reveal my favorite character of Season 2 until the very end. Let's get into it. Starting out with Goat Lady is what I call her, aka Lorne. While her role was not prominent, Goat Lady left a mark. Several marks, actually. Up and down Drummond's ass. Girl. I thought that Drummond was gonna destroy her, but boy was I fooled. Goat Lady wore Drummond's ass out, play with somebody else. Drummond learned that day, bitch. I love how Lorne wanted peace and how she was just tired of people and animals dying. She spoke up for what she thought was right, and I love that. I hope that the writers can find a storyline for her in season 3. I like her. Next up is Drummond. Drummond was ride or die for Lumen. He had a job to do and he committed to it. He was committed to Kier and committed to the Egans. He was willing to do anything if it meant fulfilling Kier's legacy, which we know often entailed some evil ass shit. And that's why in episode 10, he got what he deserved. Bye, bitch. Mr. Egan. Mr. Egan's Thomas Jefferson looking ass. Pure evil. This man has no chill and truly doesn't care about anyone, including his own daughter, as we learned in episode 10. He's always lurking around, plotting and scheming. Everything this man does, much like Drummond, is for the legacy of Kier. But a show like this needs this character, right? I love me a good villain, and I think this actor did the job. I'm excited to see what he's plotting and scheming for season 3. Next is Helena. Oh, Hotel's Helena. Let me just first say that, girl, eating those already slithered boiled eggs with a fork and a knife, girl, it's no wonder why you jumped at the first chance of getting laid. To me, Helena is torn, in my opinion. She clearly wants to please her father, but also I feel this underlying energy of her wanting to do what's right. Don't get me wrong, she is very selfish, but I don't think she's evil like her father. She was definitely wrong for fucking Mark, but also she needed some dick, man. Okay, she really did. I think Helena needs more sessions, whether it be with Mark or someone else. Hell, give Helena a boyfriend next season. Shit. That's my hope for her next season, is to really let her freak flag fly. She's had a rough life in her father's shadows, so while I'll never trust her ass, I think she has some good in her. Next is Dr. Maurer. What a weirdo. This man has the hots for Gemma. He is Lumen through and through, and to me is in the same evil ass category with Drummond and Mr. Egan. Bring him back next season. Bring him back. Next is Bert. I like Bert. Played by the legendary Christopher Walken, it was nice to see inside his home life with his husband Fields. I love his admiration for Irv and feel that they have the perfect love story. Bert feels like he's a bad person because of his history with Lumen, which I get. And there's something that won't allow him to leave Lumen. There's also something that won't allow him to love Irv. There's more to Bert that we learned on the night Irv came to dinner, more with his 20-year history with Lumen. Please bring Bert back next season. Let's dive further into this story. Next up is Natalie. Natalie, this bitch is nuts. She is definitely a robot, but a robot that I would love to see have sex with Milkshake. What? I know. They have chemistry, okay? There was something there, no? Bring Natalie back. Why not? Next is Santa Rickon Claus. Rickon is a goofball to me. For some reason, I just can't take him seriously. Something about him seems off, and the fact that he was so willing to take his novel and do a Severance version of it for the Ennies makes me side-eye him. Granted, I know it's for a check, but girl, your wife hates Lumen. To me, this says that Rickon can be bought. And I just wonder if we'll see more of him collaborating with Lumen in season 3. I'm watching you, Santa. Next, we have Gretchen. You know, I like Gretchen. You can tell that she needs some excitement at home and that Audi Dillon just isn't doing it for her. She needs him to maybe get freaky on the countertop in the kitchen or something. You know, there was something that Annie Dillon had that she was turned on by. I hope she communicates what she needs from him. I can tell that she loves him and the kids though. Next up is Fields. I like Fields. Between Fields and Bert, Fields is definitely the sweet one. He's freaky for sure and definitely down for a threesome with Irv. Fields seems like he holds Bert responsible for sure. He seems relaxed and I really hope we see him back next season. Next is Felicia, played by the legendary Claudia Robinson, the legend that you are, Queen. I wanted so much more from her. I wanted to see her more. I'll say. She seems to have community with her coworkers, with Irv. She seems really fond of Irv, as rare as they interacted this season, but also with Bert. I hope she comes back next season. Sissy, girl, a psychopath. She has that evil gene alongside Mr. Egan and Drummond. Just evil. Get her out. The way she turned on Cobell, bitch, she is Lumen through and through, ho. I would honestly enjoy her getting a position back in the office. Can you imagine? She can replace Cobell, right? Oh, that would be juicy. That would be juicy. I am all for it. Have Sissy replace Cobell, have her in the office for season 3. Next is Hampton. Hampton, who grew up with Cobell, where they endured Lumen hell, which resulted in Hampton becoming a drug addict. I feel for him. Seems like a sweet guy who was never really given a chance, and that sucks. I want better for him. And I wonder if we'll see him again next season. I doubt it, but you really just never know. Next up is Nurse Lady. Off with her head. Off with her and Mauer and Mr. Egan and Drummond's big ass head. Next is Ragabi. You know, always count on a black woman to come in and save the day. Ragabi is wise, has history with Lumen, and I thought it was sweet that she stepped in to help Mark. I was happy to see her back, and I want to see more of her. Like, tell me her story. Who is she dating? What's her favorite ice cream? Bring her back, please. She dipped out once Devin got Cobell involved. She said, fuck this, like she was in a horror movie. Kudos, sis. Next is Ms. Wong's weird ass, okay? You know this 12-year-old Lumen employee is an aspiring Cobell. Remember at one point she had to check Milkshake for making the Ennies feel like humans? Bitch. A true seed of Chucky, and I enjoyed her character. Very mysterious. We don't really know much about her other than the fact that she's a weirdo. Bring her back for season 3 for sure. Next is Devin. You know what's wild? I'm actually not super fond of Devin. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but she's just mad to me. Okay? She is ride or die for her brother, which I adore, but most of her story relies on Mark and his life. We saw very little interaction with her and Santa Claus this season, her husband. When he mentioned that he'd be working with Lumen, she kind of just folded. You know, she's a fighter, it seems. But her character to me was just lackluster this season outside of her dealings with Mark. Like, who is Devin without Mark? You know? Next is Gemma. Gemma is a badass bitch. Gemma will pick up a chair and fuck some shit up, play with somebody else. I love that we got to learn of Gemma and that she's finally free. I truly don't see her not fighting for her man, even if that means whooping Helly's ass. Like, Gemma is coming back for Marco, so y'all better be ready. Just like he came back for her, so y'all better be ready. She's definitely a fighter, and I'm excited to see her outside of Lumen and who she is as a survivor. Next, we have Dylan. Dylan, especially after having the opportunity to experience a bit of his home life at the end of season 1, he is truly a family man. He quickly took Milkshake's offer to spend time with his Audi's wife and never uttered a word of it to his fellow Ennies. I think he do whatever needs to be done for his family. He wants to get to know Gretchen more as well. He's a rebel like the other Ennies, but doesn't always get it right. Like during Ortbo, when he didn't believe Irv about Helena, but when he has made his mind up, he will stand 10 toes down, like when he helped Helly lock Milkshake in the bathroom in episode 10. Overall, I like Dylan. I wonder if he'll face any consequences for his actions in episode 10, like perhaps having his Gretchen time taken away. I look forward to watching Dylan's arc continue to unfold. Next is Helly. Now listen, Helly is my girl. She is a full-on rebel, and as a black and gay man, I've been kind of forced into rebellion. Been kind of like forced into it. Okay, I'm fighting the homophobia, I'm fighting the racism, okay? Just rebellion, and that's what I see in Helly, and I love a rebel, okay? She takes no shit and is also very caring. I love how she cares for her fellow innies. Irv is very fond of her, and even the marching band, how she spoke life into them. I do think that she deserves any Mark, and as much as I want Audi Mark to be with Gemma, I also want her to have her man, okay? She definitely deserved the D before Helena got it, but hey, I'm glad she got it at all, okay? Because she held out for that dick, okay? She waited for that D. Good for Helly for getting her man. I do wonder, however, if after her encounter with Mr. Egan, if she'll ever end up giving in. I guess we'll find out. Next is Milkshake's fine ass. I know Milkshake is a villain of this show, but he has so many layers to him. He was treated pretty shitty by his superiors this season, and it was great to see the black man clap back. As I mentioned, he did have some chemistry with Natalie's creepy ass and even tried to connect with her. After he received those questionable ass paintings, he did try to bring that up to her as a sister, but again, she's a robot, okay? So there was nothing there. Milkshake has reason to turn on Lumen, and there were a couple moments when I thought he would, but no. I know that I'm supposed to dislike him, but damn it, he just too fine. And he black. The only dark-skinned black man on the show, by default. I love him. Okay? I would love to see how he ended up at Lumen. Give us an episode dedicated to Seth. Next is Harmony Cobell. Bitch. You know, I really liked Cobell this season. She has evolved. I do still think she's evil and fits right into the Kier category. She's literally Lumen through and through. I mean, she grew up with it. It is in her family. But I do think that she's coming to the realization that Lumen ain't shit. The fact that she was about to meet and have a sit down with Helena and Drummond's big ass and said fuck this and instead dipped out says a lot. After meeting Sissy, I see why Cobell is such a bitch. I do want justice for her, especially after seeing how a lot of her ideas were stolen by Lumen. I hope that next season we'll get to see more of her and the good in her. I also just love Patricia Arquette. I first saw her as a kid when I watched her in Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors, which I have no business watching as a kid, but I am a horror whore, okay? I'm happy she's still working and fucking it up. Next is Mark, okay? Any Mark is similar to Audi Mark. Mild-mannered until you piss him off. Don't piss him off. Push him and he will tug your wig. Once Mark found out some shit was going down and that Gemma was alive, he really did not rest until he got to the bottom of it. I feel like the fight came out of both Marks this season, and once that came out, shit got done. It was nice seeing Mark and Gemma's story, how they were teachers, they wanted to have a baby, and really just had so much potential to live a great, normal life. I'm curious to see how any Mark carries himself in season 3 after making the decision to stay with Helly. Will this make Mark and Mark enemies? Will he speak up? Will he speak to Gemma or Devin if they manage to contact him? There are many directions the writers can go with Marks. Overall, I do like Marks and the way they've both evolved in season 2. Last but certainly not least is my favorite character of season 2. I am talking about motherfucking Irv, okay? Listen, Irv showed up and showed out this season. Irv was clocking T left and right. From clocking Bert when he said that he's been with Lumen for 20 years when Lumen was allegedly only around for 12, to clocking Helena, bitch. And the thing with clocking Helena's T is that no one wanted to believe him. They thought he was tripping, but Irv knew what time it was. He picked up on her energy and said, oh no bitch, something ain't right here. He literally drowned the truth out of hoes this season, and I love to see it. While Irv did show a more aggressive side this season, he's still very gentle, very sweet. You can see that he's very fond of Felicia and truly does have feelings for Bert. I want to see more of Irv's story. I want to see how he ended up at Lumen. I definitely feel like he's outgrown Lumen and just can't go back to the bullshit at this point, but who knows? He could somehow end up back there. And I really do want he and Bert to end up together. And that doesn't mean Bert leaving Fields, but the chemistry is there. Irv deserves happiness. I want a lot more of him in season 3. Justice for Irv, man. A well-written character who has nicely evolved. Fucking love him. Great season of Severance. Great writing. Great character arcs. I can't wait for season 3.